with a speech entitled Me, Myself and I, Moira O'Brien.
"32 generations is a very long time." Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, 32 generations. Actually, it's over 1,000 years. And that is the number of generations which have elapsed since my great ancestor, Brian Boru, trod this earth. Now, in between Brian and myself, there have been many notable people. However, there are so many of them that for the purpose of this speech, I'm just going to let it ride and say, well, maybe we'll come back to those, one or two of those in the future, because this speech is supposed to be about the three of us. That's me, myself, and I. And my introduction to Toastmasters. Now, this is not my first icebreaker. It's, I think, my third icebreaker. But it is the first one that I have actually thought about in terms of introducing me and myself, and of course, I, not forgetting. So I'm just going to give you just a few little things about, first of all, why I joined Toastmasters. And this is a very good reason. I can't think of a better one. When I started Irish Radio International way back in 2014, or 2013 even, I found myself behind a microphone without a script. Now, I'd been behind a microphone before, but I'd always had a script so I could read. And I am a good reader, even though I say who shouldn't. But here was I in front of a microphone, and what happened? Brain, mush, rubbish. Cue Toastmasters. My career in Toastmasters has enabled me to approach this microphone or any other microphone with great confidence, great perspicacity, and some intelligence. So that was my introduction to speaking. Now, I had a long career which led up to that moment, and I was in fairly senior positions such that really I should have been able to speak in public a lot more confidently, having had to during the course of my 50-odd year career. My 50-odd year career. I started out at the age of 18, having left school with a mathematics qualification and not a lot else. And somebody said, oh, she's got a maths. Why doesn't she become an accountant? Knowing no worse, no better, in fact, knowing very little in those days, I became an accountant. 50 years on, I still dabble now and then with the odd bit of accountancy, and the even bit of accountancy as well. But life moves on, and I retired many years ago, and I became a professional photographer. And on the way, I started making videos, and indeed went into filmmaking with a number of colleagues. And I think I have something like 12 short films to my name as a director of photography. Of course, that never produced any significant money, because most of that is the type where money goes that way rather than money coming this way. This leads me on to my final career. Well, maybe not my final career. Who knows? I may live for another 20 years and may find another career. But for the moment, my latest career is that of bed and breakfast hostess. I don't like using the word hostess. Host should not be should not have a gender attached to it. So let's just say bed and breakfast host. So here we are. I run a small bed and breakfast. Now, a little bit more about myself as opposed to me. And I married very young. I was only 21, rising 22. I had 2 sons. I have 4 grandsons. And I even have a great-grandson, now aged 4 months. And with the triumph of hope over experience, I married twice. The second one coming after the breakdown of my first marriage. And both marriages lasted about 15 years. After the breakdown of my second marriage, I vowed to stay single. And to this day, I have so far succeeded. It was the breakdown of my second marriage that brought me to Ireland. Not that I had not always entertained the intention of maybe one day coming to live in Ireland, or certainly visiting Ireland, because I was always aware of my Irish heritage and my relationship back to the good Brian. But 18 years ago or so, I came to Ireland and made it my home. So for 18 years and counting, I am and intend to continue being an incomer. An incomer to Ireland, and 3 years ago, an incomer to Macroom. So I'm a Macrumpian or a wannabe Macrumpian. And I will probably be applying for Irish citizenship very soon. So my fellow Toastmasters, that is a brief description of me, myself, and of course I. And I hope that now you know a few things about me that you didn't know before, and that you will carry this knowledge forward and hopefully give me much support and encouragement for my twilight years, which seem to be approaching with great rapidity. Mr. Toastmaster.